set for March 11th.
But I think the judge is more concerned about his safety. I really do.
Govan attorney says discussions about the case.
Still no trial date set for the man accused of masterminding the plan to kill Memphis rapper Young Dolph. But today we did learn how long it might be before Hernandez
Justin Johnson and Cornelius Smith will go to trial on March 11th, 2024. Fox 13's Jaron Pierre breaks down another important decision that the judge made before setting.
Govan, you should be
Accused of masterminding the plan to kill Memphis rapper Young Dolph almost ended back in jail after his court hearing today. This is the second time that Hernandez Govan faced the judge.
Starts now. Breaking news, the judge in the Young Dolph murder case has removed himself over the way a defendant was treated. This major development is first on Fox 13 News at 5. Thank you so much.
YouTube family, it's a lot going on right now, man. It's a whole lot of mixed messaging in this Young Dolph case, a lot of verities and situations that make you ask yourself what's really going on. I've dropped bangers over the last 2 years when it came to this case, doing detailed work as far as the corruption in the Memphis justice system. The real gangs of Memphis are those who wear the badge and those who take the oath. You can't get around that. Too many consequences and situations that seem to be a coincidence. Nah, we ain't buying it. In the case of Straight Drop, if he is innocent, then we wish him freedom and all that. I'm not a judge, jury, or executioner. I just look at the semantics that goes on and we talk about it. I feel personally this judge purposely got himself recused from the case because the moves he did, it shows he's done this already. Y'all probably want to know what I'm talking about. Let's lose some receipts right quick, and with the receipts we'll get in tune with it. For instance, the favors he did for Cornelius Injustice, which is aka Straight Drop, he kind of keeps giving them more time, right?
Dolph, Justin Johnson and Cornelius Smith will go to trial on March 11th, 2024. Fox 13's Jaron Pierre breaks down another important decision that the judge made before setting that date.
Both men are now Johnson and Cornelius Smith are accused of shooting and killing Memphis rapper Young Dolph in November of 2021. Both men are now set to go to trial in March of 2024.
Dolph, Justin Johnson and
now, if you want to look at the situation and you want to say to yourself, it might be a little bit exaggeration. Nah, I beg to differ. This has happened over and over before with this judge. See, I do my homework and I look in the backgrounds. He's been in a case in Tennessee where he's been tried. Well, not he's been tried, but where they were trying somebody and that man is now going to be granted an appeal because they took him off that situation. Judge Lee Coffey, that is. And here it is right here. In case you can't read that and you can't see it too much, let's go to a bigger screen for you.
Justin Johnson and Cornelius Smith.
And have you guys look at it here. Now pause it if you need to so you can look at it. Now what happened here was a trial of a dude. This judge does things above and beyond in his own semantics, you feel me? And he goes against the grain to what the Constitution or the laws of these statutes of America and this republic, what it says. He goes against that for his own personal means, and it's like he wants to be a strict force, but you're not seeing the same thing getting applied in the case of Young Dolph. It's the opposite nature. Therefore, this is why people are alluding to allegedly educational purpose conspiracies. You know what I mean? These are just thoughts and opinions. You know what I mean? But it's being broken down with receipts, as you're seeing here. This man literally has a chain record of doing this. So now he gets in the case of Young Dolph. You ask me how this differs or is similar. Let's get back to more receipts. Now what's going on is Hernandez Jovain, the mastermind, alleged mastermind that they're claiming. Well, this dude now gets removed from a case like that after even granting Hernandez a bond was already baffled, because if Hernandez gets the bond, how come Straight Drop and all the other dudes didn't get a bond? In fact, the ones who did make it out to the streets, they alleged, well, not even alleged, you know, they got pointed out and deleted. copy paste? Nope, just straight to delete. Niggas is on it. Like I said, the score is 50 something to 3 or whatever it is, and them get back folks for Dolph is moving something serious out here, man, and they making a lot of mamas in them black dresses in the church. Now what's going on more is the bond he gave to Hernandez. Let's get back to that. You feel me? He's making it in a way where it's more easier and comfortable for these defendants to defend themselves and get out of illegality situations such as this one, because Johnson, aka Straight Drop, he appealed this, and appealing it, he won, bro. And the judge didn't even have to really leave. He kind of forced himself out with doing a tactic that in 2020 we went over the case I just showed you, the Tennessee situation, where that already is not even it's non-negotiable, where we can argue about that. You can see literally what happened in that case, in that situation. Thus the reason this court has to be questioned. Are you guys helping Straight Drop and Cornelius and the other people involved? Because even though Straight Drop brother admitted to his involvement and it hurts all the co-defendants, but you got to ask yourself, how come this man still had a bond and Hernandez Govain allegedly is the mastermind, according to DA, according to this Memphis system they have? And you got to look at the biggest gangs out here, and I'm not even done yet. Let's go more further deep into what I'm speaking about. Now, this judge with receipts had in the situation where he could have been more stricter on Hernandez, but he's kind of favoring him more, because I've never seen a guy violate his probation and nothing happens to him. He just brought him to court to talk to him like they're good buddies and send him back home. Here we go.
Govan, you should be
Accused of masterminding the plan to kill Memphis rapper Young Dolph almost ended back in jail after his court hearing today. This is the second time that Hernandez Govan faced a judge since being released from jail on bond. Fox 13's Jeremy Pierre explains what Govan did that could have landed him back behind bars.
Mr. Govan, you should be blessed that you are on bond. You can't deviate from those conditions unless this court tells you to do so. It could get worse. It could get more restrictive, but they're not going to get any less restrictive, Mr. Govan. You understand that, sir?
Yes, sir. A keeping it real moment for Judge Lee Coffey, specifically for the ears of Hernandez Govan. He's the man accused of masterminding the death of young Dolph and charged with the rapper's murder. The judge and his lawyer made aware of Govan leaving the county twice.
That's a violation of your bond, Mr. Govan. So I don't know who gave you permission to take those trips to leave Shelby County.
Judge Coffey said Govan once left to celebrate his birthday, the other for the 4th of July. Terms of Govan's bond agreement include him not leaving the county under any circumstance.
Now, y'all just heard that, under any circumstances. This man left the country, y'all. I know dudes who get sentenced right then and there just for going to their baby mama house across the street as a violation. This man left the country, birthday celebration, all that, on a bond that where the courts tell you can't go anywhere, and Judge Lee Coffey brings him to court just to be cool with him and not do nothing and remind him. Are you looking out for these folks? It's kind of weird because you don't see this judge relationship going towards this way. I just showed you more receipts on top of the other ones. Now you got to remember, Judge Lee Coffey basically has been practicing law for over 40 years and has served as a Shelby County criminal court judge for the division, you feel me, for over 16 years since his election in 2006. Now, officials in Tennessee Shelby County had basically drawn national scrutiny for violating the rights of a lot of, people in poverty and all that, and certain people who were activisms towards voting or whatever. He did a lot of shady thing according to these paperwork. I'm gonna say allegedly, even though we established those by showing them already. Like Memphis court system right here. Shout out to Arthur Daniel Nietzsche, man. You feel me? Who showed you that in August 5th of 2022. Yes, you have to have receipts when you bring these up and not just be talking out of your 4-point of contact. Now, it goes back to the appeal situation here. It's almost deja vu with this Recusal stuff, but he's given, guess what, more time to the alleged so-called killers of young Dolph. And that was back back last year of January 2022. Ladies and gentlemen, we're about to be in 2024 if we're blessed to even make it and be alive. But let's go to a screen that's bigger for y'all to see what I'm talking about. He gave Cornelius Smith and Justin Johnson, aka Straight Drop, more time to get fixed on what they got going on over here, almost similar to his other court cases and what they do. Now, the biggest gangs out here, I showed you ties and connection to a lot of these people allegedly involved or whatever with Dolph's situation, how it got ties to that system as well. A lot of corrupted cops who got fired, reprimanded, or basically deleted. You don't even see them around no more. And you want to know, was it a street nigga who deleted these cops, or was it internal, meaning inside their chain of command? You feel me? It's a lot of dirty games, just like many cities. It's not a Memphis thing, in my opinion. It happens in many police departments around the states and the world, if that's to be the case. You know what I mean? And you're going deep into that as I'm going to that rabbit hole. And boy, I went to that rabbit hole. Let's go to this judge now. He seems to be so cool with Hernandez now. Like, pay attention to what I'm talking about. Watch how he's cool now. From the, I thought this man violated probation, to now you cool and friends with Hovain now.
Still no trial date set for the man accused of masterminding the plan to kill Memphis rapper Young Dolph. But today we did learn how long it might be before Hernandez Govan does face a judge.
Yeah, Govan has been out on bond for months now. As Fox 13's Jeremy Pierre explains, his court hearing today was much different from last time when the judge threatened to lock Govan back up.
180 from the last time Hernandez Govan appeared in Criminal Court Division 7 with Judge Lee Coffey. Instead of being reprimanded by the judge, this time, Judge Lee Coffey commended Hernandez Govan for following the terms of his bond. Now, as for a trial date, Judge Lee Coffey explained that probably won't come until the middle of 2024.
When Justin Johnson's case is over, Cornelius Smith's case is over, I anticipate at that point your lawyers and the state will start to move either to a trial on your case or try to get your case resolved.
Weeks after threatening to put Govan back in jail for leaving the county and violating the terms of his bond, Judge Coffey offered kinder words for the man accused of plotting Young Dolph's murder.
And you must Govan for heed and of course advice. Because the last time I viewed you in court, I told you had some problems that needed to be corrected, and I told you they would not be tolerated. And Ms. Taylor tells me, Judge Coffey, you got his attention, and everything is fine now.
For now, Govan will remain out on bond as he waits.
Now, that's brazy. Even the fact that he has to wait out on bond, bro. Now, you got to remember, this judge all of a sudden is besties and best friends now. They didn't only treated him great, as they should anyways, to anybody in court, but they honored him for doing what he's supposed to do. Now, y'all call him the mastermind and all this and that. I don't know if it's going that way, Jack, and I'm glad I'm highlighting this, and I'm not even done yet. Speaking of negotiations, you wouldn't believe that if I told you and I tried to show you, but they are negotiating situations with the system. You don't believe me? Just listen to this attorney for Straight Drop over here,
which is set for March 11th.
But I think the judge is more concerned about his safety. I really do.
Govan attorney says discussions about the case continue.
We're still in negotiation, and my client is looking forward to bringing this to an end.
The next time Hernandez goes.
Now, you got to see that right there. Now, what's more brazy about it, in the other video that I uploaded before this one, I'll show you on that as well, where the judge also looks out for Hernandez Jovan and lets him know that the ops, the get back from Dolph and them, is trying to stain him and wipe him away. Why would a judge be doing this? Now, do I have an issue with that? No. Shout out to the judge for trying to save a life, but is it really about him trying to save a life, or does it get deeper than that? Because his record doesn't show that at all, and it doesn't sustain here in our courts as far as the way we think and we judge a situation. If it quacks like a duck, well, god damn it, then it's a duck, and we ain't talking about Daffy here. You feel me? And we got to go more further deeper on this, because it's not really done yet at all. When you look at the totality of this, how does a judge gets to remove himself from a case, almost like he purposely forced himself out of a case where he already made enough mess and indoctrinated himself into a clear out fiasco, where therefore no matter what the verdict will be on sentencing day, for if they're found guilty, the perps and the alleged killers of Dolph, well, they'll have enough ammunition to basically basically get an appeal. And as you see from the case of Straight Drop, he wins his appeals. In fact, Straight Drop is the dude who got sentenced a lot of years for shooting at a youth bowling alley and hitting multiple targets. And this man got sentenced to only 3 years, and even that he didn't do the whole thing of. And I'm not mad at it. I'm just showing you what is going on that's deeper than what we think. Now, these things here, man, you gotta look at them in all skeptical eye visions of your peripherals and everything that comes with you, the given nature of your vision. I need y'all to let me know what's going on with these situations we're looking at, because when you're looking at the court system, it almost seemed it did a 360 turn, almost as favoring Straight Drop and everybody and those that involved. You wouldn't even know Hernandez Jovain was a suspect or anything in this. You would think he's the victim. Now, it's something real tricky, and we're gonna refrain away from that. We glad we stick to what we needed to stick to, and I just wanted you guys to see. Now, him being left out, the recusal, you guys can check out the meaning of that and all that, and you'll see how it led up to, did he purposely do this to get removed? Because I really believe that, and it's just my interpretation of it.
Coffee found out about it starts now. Breaking news, the judge in the young Dolph murder case has removed himself over the way a defendant was treated. This major development is first on Fox 13 News at 5. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Darcy Thomas.
And I'm Darrell Green. Today, Shelby County Criminal Court Judge Lee Coffey recused himself from the Dolph case after an appeals court ordered that he had to. Now, this issue dates back to last year, and it involves defendant Justin Johnson. He's also a rapper who goes by the name Straight Drop. As Fox 13 told you in November, he released a song on YouTube while he was in jail called No Statements.
Now, that appeals court says when Judge Coffey found out about it, he called the chief jailer and ordered Johnson to be held in administrative isolation because of it. That despite the jail's findings that Johnson did not break any rules by recording a song over the jail phone. Because of that, Johnson asked Judge Coffey to recuse himself, calling the judge impartiality into question. Judge Coffey refused. That decision was appealed.
Now, the appeals court ruled, and it reads in part, it would appear to a reasonable person that Judge Coffey has a prejudice of a personal character directed at the defendant. End quote. The appeals court ordered Coffey to recuse himself today, and he did.
Now, he recused himself or whatever, and he got out the case, but you can clearly see this almost was done purposely. Now, you can't get me to think anything else different than what I'm seeing here. This judge seems kind of very shady, you know what I mean? The tactics that he uses, is he's really hurting these defendants? No, low-key, it helps them. And look, even if you think I'm tripping or not in what I'm saying, one thing we can all agree, he surely messed up this court case, because you're gonna see a new one has to be done in a mistrial, because all you got to show to the juries or whatever is, look what Dolph was into, the gangsters and all that, even though we know he's a great dude and he was helping his community, but we know what they're going to put out there. So now these jurors going to be like, we need more substantial evidence than his own brother, even though I think that was the nail in the coffin. But when you legally messed up the way this court had his pre-biasness, it was done on purposely, because it can help you through the appeal and appellate process, man. It is what it is, man. Y'all let me know in the comment sections what y'all thinking and favoring towards all this. I'm your DJ that do the most and with the most, man. I'm DJ Bless One. Salute to everybody. Love your family, love your kids, and definitely stay blessed. Salute to the trail. Peace.
I smoke G Mike with the magic. He my dog, he died in traffic with that brand new Glock 380. Went to see the voodoo lady. I'm on high shit right now. That woo done turned me crazy. With a brand new black Mercedes. It's a stay la vie, my baby. I see so many Z's, it look like double Z's. OMG, red and blue flag hanging on my back. Extra swag, 90210. You know I'm from the roads. Rock and roll, I'm motherfucking locked there. With the sack, 3 for sale. Yeah, I'm on that Adderall. Can't you tell? Yeah, I might be on that perk. Still feelings on my shirt. I smoke